Lesson 18. Everybody open up, please, to page 64 is where we're starting. 64, following along.
Page 64.
Page 64, Lesson 18. Today we're multiplying fractions and whole numbers, and we're multiplying fractional parts of numbers. Okay? Would someone like to read for us? Roche, go for it.
When we multiply two fractions, we multiply the numerator of the factors to get the numerator of the product. We multiply the denominators of the factors to get the denominator of the product. 1/4 times 3/5 equals 1/4 times 3/5 equals 320.
Good. So we multiply across the top and we multiply across the bottom. When we multiply fractions, we multiply. I need your book open and the shirt on.
The shirt is on.
The shirt all the way on.
Oh my God, all right.
All right, so every whole number we said can be written as a fraction. If you see a number and you, Jamaica,
What?
I don't need the attitude. If you're tired of it, then wear a correct uniform. Jamaica,
What?
this is your warning.
All right.
Keep it to yourself. All right, so we said we can put any number over 1 and we still have the same number. Okay, so they give us the example. 4 over 1. Just 4, crochet. Okay, put it over 1. So we've got 4 by 2/9. So in order to multiply fractions, we said we need a number on the top and the bottom. We're going to multiply 4 over 1 by 2 over 9. We're going to multiply across the top, the 2 and the 4, and across the bottom, the 1 and the 9. So we're going to get 8/9. 4 times 2/9, we get 8/9. Okay? 4 times 2/9, we get 8/9. Excuse me. With practice, you will see that when you have both a fraction and a whole number as factors, you can simply multiply the numerator of the fraction by the whole number to get the numerator of the product. Thus, we can write multiplication 2/9 by 4. You don't have to put the 4 over 1, as long as you remember to multiply the 4 by the top and the invisible 1 by the bottom. Okay? So, multiplying fractions. Alright, if you have trouble deciding whether to multiply the numerator or denominator, change the whole number to a fraction and put that 1 underneath it. Okay? 18b is fractional parts of numbers. When we multiply a whole number by a fraction, the answer is a part of the whole number. So in A, we show the number 15. In B, we can see that if we divide 15 into 5 equal parts, each part is worth 3. Okay? So each of these parts is 1/5 of 15. We took 15 and divided it into 5 parts, and we get 1/5 of 15 is 3. You multiply across, and then you reduce the fraction, Jarvis. Good morning.
Boy.
Jarvis. That's not appropriate. Following along and paying attention. I called your name, and you kept doing it. Okay? Just follow along. Nothing else. No attitude. Absolutely none. Okay? So, Jarvis, you are on the bench, sir. Please turn your desk towards the bookshelf. I do not tolerate disrespect. I asked you to stop.
What are you doing there?
Jarvis, turn your desk towards the bookshelf. No, sir. Give it back. Jarvis, give it back. I know, but I took it away from
I'm on
you
the
and set it
bench.
right here. I don't care. I asked you to put the notebook back. I did not give it back to you. I need your notebook. Alright, so if it tells you to find 3/7 of 42, okay, we've got that 3/7. What does of mean in math? What does of mean in math?
Divide.
Not quite.
Well, I'm embarrassed.
No, don't be embarrassed.
Yes,
Multiply.
I'm embarrassed by that camera.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, of means multiply. So if you see 3/7 of 42, that means we're going to multiply 3/7 by 42. And we said that 1 can stay invisible, or you can put it. So 3/7 of, my multiply sign, 42. You can say it like that, or you can put it over 1. And one thing that you can do, that this lesson doesn't talk about, but we'll talk about later, is if you see anything in common before you multiply, we can cancel those off and reduce. Okay, so I need eyes up here. Everybody's looking up here. I have two sets of eyes. Jamaica, eyes up here. Damon, eyes up here. Jamaica, no attitude. No ma'am. Damon, eyes up here. Thank you, Jarvis. Okay, so 7 and 42. Do they have anything in common? What? A 6. So I can take this 7 and divide it by 7. Or sorry, we said they have 6. So we can divide by 7 and we get 1. If we take this one and divide by 7, we get 6. Okay, so we have to divide by 7. They don't necessarily have 6 in common, they have 7, but you did the math right. Okay, so we can see, if we divide them both, we've canceled. We've essentially reduced the fraction 42 over 7 to 6 over 1. 6 over 1. And then you can multiply. You've got 1s on the bottom, so we keep those 1s, we multiply. We have 3 times 6, which is 18, okay? So 18 over 1, or just plain 18. If we had done the math ahead of time and multiplied 3 by 42, we get 126 over 7. And we don't know right now if that is going to be reduced or not, so we have to reduce it if it's in lowest terms. Take 126 and divide it by 7. 7's and 12. 1, 7, how many left? 56. We drop the 6. 7's and 56. 8. So, as you can see, we get the same answer. This way will just make reducing a lot simpler. Okay? So, again, we're going to talk about this later, but if you want to start practicing that way, it'll help you out. You don't have to do as much work in the end. Okay? Last example, what number is 5/7 of 12? So same thing, 5/7 of 12 means we're going to do what? Can I get a hand? Somebody tell me 5/7 of 12? We're going to do what? Crochet, what are we going to do?
You just had it all on
I had it all on you. Crochet, what are we going to do? 5/7 of 12. Okay, of means of multiply. 5/7 of 12. Okay? 12 over 1. Okay? So 5/7 of 12. Can you simplify anything here? Do you see anything that they have in common? 7 is prime. 1 is prime, sort of. So if both bottom numbers are prime, if nothing on the top has any factors in common,
we can't say 60 over 3.
we can say 60 over 7. I will take improper fractions in math class, in this math, okay? As long as it's in the lowest terms, as long as it's reduced. If this said 120 over 14, okay, those mean the same thing. I can divide both of these by 2 to get down to my lowest terms. 60 over 7. 60 over 7. I multiply both by 2 to get 120 over 14. But as we can see, this one can be reduced. The lowest terms, as long as your improper fraction is in lowest terms, we're good to go. Okay? 60 over 7. And 7 is prime, doesn't go into 60, so 60 over 7 is lowest terms. They don't have anything in common. Okay? So that is an appropriate answer, 60 over 7. You'll be good to go. Okay, so you've got practice A, B, and C, and then you are free to do the rest of the homework, 18, 16 through 30. Okay? Practice A, B, and C. Now you may have your notebook. Yes.